Welcome once again to Zombie Tactics. Today continuing the food prep for the Lazy, Late, and Cheap series. We do other stuff on this channel, by the way, so those of you who are new or really looking forward to this series, keep in mind you'll see other stuff in other upcoming videos as well, but this series will be continuing and ongoing, and I'm kind of ramping up production on it because I know that a lot of people feel a great sense of immediacy about this topic. The episode today is Mindset and Principles. And that might seem like an odd way to start a series like this, but it's important. It's important for this reason. If you've been looking in catalogs or shopping online for survival food, you're going to find all kinds of things that people use to try and say their food is the best. And you'll hear everything about, oh, ours is vegetarian, ours is meat-free or fat-free or low-fat, or no chickens were harmed in making this, or there's no meat, there's no dairy, there's no eggs, there's no any of that kind of stuff. And you can understand what companies are doing when they're doing this. They're trying to make their product as appealing as possible to a certain market demographic. Unfortunately, a lot of times this kind of information is daunting to somebody getting into this anew, and frankly it confuses people who've been doing it for a while as well. And that's because not necessarily all of those things are important to you if you're putting away food for a rainy day, a snowy day, an icy day, zombies. So we want to get our head glued on straight about what really is important. Now, particularly for near-term or immediate disaster-type situations, or for even medium-length situations extending out to 3 months, we've got one big thing that we've got to worry about more than anything else, assuming we've got food that will store for that period of time and still be, safe to eat and nutritious. And that is calories. Calories, 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 calories. If you look on a lot of these products, you'll find that they advertise something like a bucket of food that's supposed to last a month, but if you really add up all the calories on their very fine vegetarian, gluten-free, no chickens were harmed in making this product bucket of food, it really doesn't turn out to be 30 days of food for one person, unless that one person wants to eat 900 calories of food a day. I suppose you could say, well, that's surviving. It's not really thriving, though, and that's not enough calories to really let you live normally or, in a healthy manner. So before we're worried about all kinds of things like, is the exact ratio of complex to simple carbohydrates exactly what we want it to be in our food, we want to make sure that we've basically got enough calories. There's another reason for that, and that's that if we worry about strictly having enough calories of decent edible food, we can find that we'll be able to put that food away much more cheaply than if we're worried about all these other factors that are really secondary issues. The second thing is, after calories, we want to worry about that we've got some kind of a balance of carbohydrates to proteins. And there's probably going to be some kind of animal proteins involved in there as well, because it's a very efficient form of protein, and it's one that gives human beings the enzymes that they need for their bodies to operate correctly. So those two things are really, really important, and those are things that we'll be looking at as we look at the first stages, say a 72-hour kit, a 3-week food kit, 3 months, and extending on after that. Maybe some different factors will come into play. But in the next video, I'm going to show you right off the bat a 72-hour food kit for one person that you can put together for probably $20 or less, maybe as much as $25, and you'll see that it's normal food. It's food you wouldn't mind eating, it's nutritious, it's probably actually more food than you're used to eating, and it's going to be cheap. You can go out this week and get it, and that's following right in line with what our principles are. It's got all the calories you need, it's got a decent balance of proteins and carbohydrates. That's coming up. We're going to call that the cheap 72-hour food kit. That's my little teaser for it. That'll be coming up in the next video in this series. Watch for that, regardless if other videos on the Zombie Tactics channel intervene before we get to that particular video, but it will be soon because I'm looking to kind of ramp up the production schedule for this series due to interest. That's Zombie Tactics for today, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.